Look, the Titans lost again yesterday to the San Francisco 49ers, and nobody really thought that the Titans would have a chance in that game. And I think, honestly, all Titans fans, they're kind of rooting for Tennessee to lose out and get the best possible draft pick they can. Right now, they are third in the 2026 NFL draft spot, and I think they want to get up to number one. But some positive notes. Cam Ward finally starting to take that next step as a franchise QB. Welcome into Titans Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Cam Ward, he has looked absolutely, I'm not going to say incredible because the Titans are still losing, but he's playing great, honestly, and that's all we can ask for. Better late than never, right? At the beginning of the season, it really didn't look good. It was kind of questionable, talking about the offensive line. Well, he's getting sacked a whole bunch. He's not completing passes. He's not seeing the field really well. In the past 5 weeks, he has looked like, oh, Tennessee's got their franchise guy. And what we've seen from these guys from 2024 draft class, including Caleb Williams, Drake May, Bo Nix, and even Jaden Daniels, even though he's been hurt half the year, they kind of taken that next step. And I feel like Cam Ward has the opportunity to take that next step next year. And we're seeing towards the end of the season what we might see going forward. So before we get into it, breaking it all down, if you want Cam Ward to keep playing well for the rest of this season, spam your ones down in the comment section. Show him some love. Support the franchise guy. So before we kind of talk about Cam Ward, obviously we want to recap what happened in yesterday's game. 49ers in San Francisco. They scored 37 points. They beat you down 37-24. But the Titans are scoring points now. You have a win against the Cleveland Browns where you scored 30, and then the week after, you scored 24. So the offense is kind of starting to click a little bit. And the main reason is because your quarterback is starting to play well. And this is exactly kind of what you want to see. Kind of like your moral victories, as I want to call it. Like, you played well yesterday. You put up a fight. And you lost. So you can see the development with the team, with all the young guys, including your quarterback, but you're also losing the game, keeping your draft position good for next year. And Cam Ward, he was solid. Well, just like he's been solid. This is the first game he had a QB rating over 100, 18 for 29, 170 yards, 2 touchdowns. More importantly, no interceptions. And we haven't seen Cam Ward turn the ball over as much as we did at the beginning of the year. He's really kind of just starting to look comfortable in the pocket. Also, the offensive line has played a lot better. No sacks for him in yesterday's game. And the game against the Browns, they only had 1. Cam Ward is making incredible throws. He is rolling outside the pocket and going absolutely crazy. And some of the time, they're dropping the ball. Like, let's be honest here. The roster stinks. The defense isn't good, except for Jeffrey Simmons. The offense, you're relying on 2 rookies, 3 rookies now, because Gunnar Helma's gone into the picture over Chigakonkwo, and that's what you're relying on. Van Jefferson's not going to be your number 1 guy. And I wanted to show just this progression of pictures, obviously, because I can't show you video. This is Cam Ward on a crucial play, and I'll show you what happened. So he rolls out. No, he did not get sacked by either of those defenders right there. And on the next picture, you can see right there, rolls out right, stays in bounds, finds his open man wide open for Chimere DK. And you can see right there, ball's right in his hands. But what happened? Well, I could just tell you, spoiler alert, it wasn't a completion. He dropped the ball. It was an amazing play by Cam Ward, breaking 2 tackles, rolling out right, feeling the pressure, where you got 3 guys converging on you, and you throw it perfect on a rope, and DK's right here. I got it. Nope, I don't. I dropped it. And this has just been a constant thing to happen for this Titans offense this season. But for Cam Ward's progression this year, you can really see it start to come forward. Like at the beginning of the year, it's like, he's not really reading the defense so well. He's kind of playing just all right. He's making dumb mistakes. He's being erratic. And you could see that with the first 5 weeks. Barely a 50% completion percentage. Still has the yards, but 2 touchdowns. He can't find the end zone. 3 interceptions, 62 QB rating. But then the last 5 weeks, 62% completion percentage, 878 yards. That goes to 7 touchdowns. They're getting down the field. 7 touchdowns for Cam Ward and only 1 interception. He's taking care of the football, and you saw the QB rating at 83.9. Like I said, the progression with Cam Ward is getting better and better and better. He is getting comfortable. He's starting to get used to that NFL-type football compared to last year where he was playing in college. It's a big, big difference between the timing and the speed, and I think it's finally starting to get to him. And I didn't even show you guys the picture of what happened, but our guy Jeffrey Simmons scored a touchdown. And I'll give credit to Jeffrey Simmons. He looked like a wide receiver on that play. It wasn't one of those plays where it's like, all right, we're just going to dump it off to a wide open defensive lineman who came in for the play. No, Jeffrey Simmons was rolling around the back of the end zone. Cam Ward finds him on a throw where kind of broke the rules. Where you're not supposed to throw across your body, but he found him wide open on a rope. Jeffrey Simmons caught it, scored a touchdown. It was awesome to see, and that's what you want to see out of a team. Just have fun. Have fun because the season's over. Go out there and do whatever you can. There's only one thing, though. Just keep losing. Keep losing. You got 3 games left. You're out of the playoffs. Do you really want to win 3 more games and then have an 8th pick or a 9th pick in the draft? Or even win 1 game and have the 5th or 6th pick in the draft compared to where you still have a possibility to have the 1st pick? But with who you play next week, it might be a little hard now because there's one situation what happened yesterday. Very, very sad situation for a certain best quarterback in the NFL, and that's who you play next week. And we'll break it down for you in a second. But first, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. It's the holiday season, the best time of the year for sports, bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes. It's all happening at once, and while you and I are out here making decisions every single day on what gifts to buy, what to eat, what game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. And if your picks are right, you can cash in. Prize Picks has early payouts. And if your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. We got Monday Night Football tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Pittsburgh against Miami. Aaron Rodgers. Nah. Give me the less on his passing touchdowns at 1.5. Devin Achane. Give me the more on his rushing yards at 79.5. And Jalen Waddle. Give me the more on his receiving at 63.5. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, so this weekend, your Week 16 matchup. You play the Kansas City Chiefs. And if you would have asked anybody, what would you think would happen 10 weeks ago in Week 6 or at the beginning of the season, they'd be like, oh, this is a guaranteed win for the Chiefs. This is the easiest win of their season. Well, yesterday, unfortunately, Patrick Mahomes tore his ACL. It was during literally the last minute of the ball game, got hit. He was already dealing with a little knee injury, and he ended up tearing his ACL, out for the season. Hopefully he comes back next year. You never want to see a guy like that get hurt. And when you lost to the Chargers, what happened? Chiefs got eliminated from the playoffs. They're done. Their season's over. So now that you're not going into this game without Mahomes, you're going in without Mahomes, and you have nothing to play for, this game means absolutely nothing to them. Chris Jones, all those guys. Do you really think Trent McDuffie, do you really think they want to go out there and play their heart out and possibility get hurt and join Patrick Mahomes in a season-ending injury? No, I don't think they will. And also, the quarterback that you're starting for the Kansas City Chiefs is, guess who? Gardner Minshew. It's going to be Minshew mania in Tennessee next week. And personally, I'd rather have Cam Ward as my quarterback because Minshew came in for that final drive after Mahomes got hurt, and he looked terrible. 3 for 5 for 22 yards. It was check down city. And then the one time he had to throw down the field, what happened? Threw a pick. QB rating of 30.8. He's starting, and he's not good. He's been on like 4 teams in 4 years. So it's a very, very big possibility for the Titans to win this one. Like, Minshew is not good. He's terrible. He sucks. There's a reason why he's been a journeyman backup. And the Chiefs, like the Titans, might want to lose the rest of their games. They might want to get a better draft pick because right now they're 6-8. And do you really want them to, do they really want to go in there and win meaningless football games? No, they want to get a better draft pick because they know that they have the possibility to get a good pick and then come back next year and be Super Bowl contenders like they thought they would be. They literally made the Super Bowl last year. But look at this draft order right now. The Giants in Vegas lost 8 straight. Tennessee's lost 1. Cleveland is right behind them at 3 wins. But you have 3 teams stuck at 2-12. Well, I don't think the Raiders are going to win another game because they're terrible. They're the worst team in football. And the Giants and Raiders play each other. So if you lose the rest of your games, and let's say the Raiders lose the rest of their games because they do play the Giants, if the Giants win, you jump, ahead of them in the draft spot. You get that number 2 pick. And vice versa if the Giants or the Raiders end up being the Giants. So right now, you're kind of locked in at that 2 spot if you lose out. Maybe, hopefully, the Raiders or the Giants can win multiple games. Maybe they can win the next 2 out of 3. We'll see what happens. But I'll ask you guys before we get on out here. Do you want the Titans to lose out? Do you want them to lose the next couple of weeks? Because I surely do. I surely do. You let me know down in the comments section. Give me a Y for yes or give me an N for no. And also, while you're down there, hit that sub button. Once the season ends, we got draft coverage. We're going to do mock drafts. Going to get you all covered throughout the head coaching situation. We got you covered here on Titans today. So hit that sub button. And as always, tighten up.